May 4th, 2023. Let's go ahead and look at the tarot spread that I got last night. Now, we can look at it as a past, present, future kind of thing, but these aren't like too far in the past, present, or future. This is all current. Okay, this is how I started the deck yesterday. And these are all the original cards and their placement. This is the current situation. This is how we got to the current situation, but this is how it began. And this is where we're at right now. And so in these cards, when I pull these cards one at a time, I pull this one out, and it's very clear to see. Well, it's the Five of Pentacles, right? But it's very clear to see the scene here. The two people here are not having a good time. They're barely covered, and they're in the snow, and it's cold and miserable, and this person's leaving. This, obviously, when this card comes out, it's, especially relationship wise, this is talking about a breakup. And as you can see, the person that's leaving is shattered and distraught, and the person that is kind of tagging along behind is broken as well. And so neither one of them here is having fun. This is the breaking of the relationship. And excuse me for my voice, but all of this has made me sick. I think I have like bronchitis or something. Then I pulled this card out, the King of Swords. The King of Swords indicates to me that he really tried. He really tried. He came in here like a savior. He came in here with like sword in hand, and sure enough, when he got here, he fixed things for me. He was like on a daily basis fixing things and putting things together, and fixed the light in Kaya's kitchen, put together. He put together a nightstand, and he was just on top of it without me having to ask. I was so happy because he came as prepared as he could. He felt strong. He felt confident. I even said in a video that I don't think I posted that he came guns blazing or sword blazing. He was determined. He disconnected himself from other things bachelor wise because he was now the king and he was coming to his queen. After this, it's telling me that him and I really have something special. It even actually looks to me like a Leo. I mean, what a coincidence. That's a lion, right? Coincidence. And that looks like a Scorpio tail. This is the Two of Cups, and this is genuine. This tells me he still loves me. Look how he's like reaching out to her, offering her that cup. This tells me he still loves me. I still love him. That our love is genuine. Our love is true. And there's so much of it here still, despite this. We have something really special, him and I. And we still feel for each other so much love. So it wants to remind me that there were always good intentions here. And even though there's a breakup, there's still so much love between us. Now, what I did next was his spread on top and mine at the bottom. So we're going to go with mine first. And mine has the sun upside down, and this is the first time for me that I've ever had the sun upside down for a personal reading. And for me, what I feel right now is it directly is telling me that I need to work on self. I need to work on getting back to being the queen that I am. I need to work on all the aspects that I learned from this relationship, that I feel are shortcomings, that I feel I need to be better at, and I need to pay attention to those things. And so part of that paying attention to is right now I am not in this obviously joyful, blissful, happy self place. I'm not sunshine. I'm quite the opposite. But I need to work on that. I need to work on turning my son around and having that childlike wonderment and magic that I see in the world back into my life. This is a time for introspection. It's a time for spirituality. For me, this is for me personally. Divine intervention is letting me know that this is a time for self-reflection. And if I do that stuff, I'll get back to where I feel confident and I feel like a queen. And I've already taken steps. I lost 6 pounds already. I've lost the weight that I put on when he moved in. My house is spotless. I needed so much attention, and now it's so nice and clean and different. It's changed rooms around. I got myself a therapist. I'm talking to another therapist, and there's another place that I want to go for therapy as well. I'm working very actively on that because, yes, this relationship brought me enlightenment. This relationship brought me, showed me things about myself that I want to address because I can do better. Even though I'm pretty fucking proud of the way I handled these situations, there are moments that I'm not proud of, and I can do better. So, I by no means want to be another man's therapist or mother, or I don't want to do that. No. But if I want to attract a man that is taking care of self, his mental health and his physical health, then I need to do the same. And so I am in the process of starting all of that, and I'm looking forward to what I discover about myself and where I have to put in all my energy to just do better. So that's the reading for myself. There's so much more, but the basic here. For him, so what I'm gathering is that he felt short of what he wanted, his own expectation of he wanted to come in here like a king. He wanted to come in here like a husband. He wanted to come in here like a father. He wanted to come in here like a provider. But there was so much about it that he didn't know. There was so much about these relationships and these labels that he didn't know about because he's never experienced them before. Yes, he's middle-aged, but he never really had a serious relationship until me. And definitely not one with a child, it seems, where he was involved like this. So he had never been so close to being a husband. He had never been so close to being a father. He had never been required to not be a almost full-time bachelor. So needless to say, even though he had high expectations of himself, he fell a little short. He fell a little short of that. And instead of being a king, he was more like the Knight of Pentacles. What I see is him going back to what is familiar to him, hence why he's in Portland now. What I see is him going back to what brings him comfort. Him going back to the abundance, because he will have abundance. Divine intervention is going to bring him that abundance. It is up to him to decide where he wants to place his abundance. If he wants to place it in material wise, if he wants to place it in spiritual wise, if he wants to place it in health wise, physical, mental, if he wants to place it in love wise. He's going to get the abundance. It's just a matter of where he focuses. And where he focuses, that attention will go. So what I see here is that there's going to be isolation. Once he gets his own place, he's not going to get like necessarily a roommate or something. He's just going to, he needs his own place, his own space for quietness. I'm sure right now he's dying to have that. Just alone time. With nothing, not talking about these issues, not thinking about him, not thinking about us, nothing. And he's going to get the comforts that he's used to, the comforts that he grew accustomed to in Portland. that doesn't mean he's gonna be happy. As you can see, he's sitting there in isolation. He's sitting there alone with his comforts. That doesn't mean he's gonna be fulfilled. When he's ready, divine intervention, because he has loved ones on the other side. He has a spiritual posse that loves him. Divine intervention will be there to help him be fruitful, to help him be abundant. But he has to put in the work. He has to want it. He has to create that life for him. He's got to manifest it. And he's the guy who goes for it. He doesn't hold back when he wants something. So he's got to be careful where he puts that attention and what he goes for, because he'll get it. It's just a matter of, in the end, does it make him happy? Does it challenge him? Does it make him grow? Does it give him a life fulfilled? That remains to be seen. But while he's up in Portland doing his own thing, I'm down here in California doing mine. And I gotta fix this. And I gotta go within to fix self, to be better. There's a lot of love. And this relationship, this union is strong. This union is special. And it was real. And we both loved each other so much. We were blessed and happy. Thank you, cards, for this reading. Mote it be. It's like I said a minute ago. Since he's been gone, I've already lost the weight that I gained when he got here. We got comfortable with each other. I lost it like that, but it's only been 9 days or something since he left. Like, he left the house. He left last Wednesday. No, yesterday was a week. So like 9 days, something like that. And my house is clean and spotless. It was so messy. It was so in disarray. It was in distress, just like the two of us. And so I'm not sitting here pointing fingers at him. I'm not saying that I can't thrive with him. But the issue was interesting because one of the things I heard his mom say that he had said was that he needed space. Now, I'm not sure if he was talking about he needs space now, or that he needed space while I was around. But if he needs space now, well, obviously I understand he's all the way in Portland, so he needed space. But if he needed space then, when I was around, when we lived together, I find that interesting that he would say that, because I was like, what? So he told me one time that an ex-girlfriend called him clingy, and that hurt him. And I could tell that he is sensitive to the way people talk about him. He's sensitive to those things. I love this man. I didn't want to hurt him. So I never thought he was clingy. I thought, okay, this is the way he loves. He always wants to be next to me, like right here. This is the way he shows his affection, his love language, and I have to honor that. This man, I chose to be my husband. I said yes to him. I'm wearing his ring to this day. And I'll probably wear it for quite a time. I know he won't mind. Quite some time. But I mean, I take that serious. He's not just some Joe Schmo, some boyfriend, whatever, you know? I said yes to him. He proposed to me, and I said yes to being his wife. And I said yes to him being my husband. Last year I got proposed to twice. And I was like, yeah, right. You know, I wasn't going to marry either one of those clowns. But Joshua was different. Joshua I respected. Joshua was a man that I took serious. And Joshua was a man that I love divinely. I mean, you saw our tarot card. It's confirming that we are something very special to each other. And so I wanted to honor the way that he was loving me. Even though I wasn't used to being so like right here with somebody, I liked it. Of course I did. And I love affection too. I'm a very affectionate person. But with that being said, it'd been a long time since I've been with somebody who just wanted to be like right there. And as much as I wanted to honor it, I wanted to also say, baby, we need to do other things, you know? I wasn't sure where his mindset was, because he sometimes failed to share what he really truly wanted. I think he failed to communicate what he needed, and how was I gonna know, right? So I should have communicated, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I didn't want to just hang out. I wanted to clean the house. I didn't want to just go for car rides. I wanted to come back and fulfill obligations. I didn't just want to take off every weekend. I wanted to do things and, you know, make sure that he was doing stuff. I also encouraged him to play his video games, but he didn't feel comfortable being in another room without me, you know, and we were thinking, okay, we'll fix that other room and we'll both have some space to hang out together. But in essence, we both wanted to be around each other. We both loved each other so much, and the relationship was new enough, fresh enough, that it was fresh and new, that we were still in that honeymoon phase. You know, we still wanted to be together. So I never pushed for him to kind of back off, please. I need to do these things. I wanted to be with him, and I wanted to honor him the way that brought him joy, that brought him comfort. And it brought me comfort too. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like, oh my God, please, I couldn't wait. No, I loved it. I loved it too, as long as he loved it. So when Mom said that, I was wondering like, I guess I don't have the opportunity to ask him, but I wish I would have expressed myself a little bit better and said, baby, go do your thing, I'll do mine. I tried from time to time, but you know, things get convoluted sometimes, and we don't say what we really mean sometimes, so it's unfortunate. I love that man, like my cards show. I love you. Not that you're watching these, but I love you. I'm gonna be okay, like my cards show. I'm gonna be okay. It devastated my world. It shocked the fuck out of me. Shocked the fuck out of everybody, really. But I'm strong. I'll move on from this. I'll take the lessons. And I'm not gonna go seeking anybody. I'm really disappointed about dating. Especially after dating someone with so much chemistry, with such a deep connection. I don't want to be disappointed by someone so mundane, you know, because everything else was going to be mundane out there. So I think I'm just going to call it quits in that department and just do me and be mother to my son. Yeah, that's the way it is. I've had the blessing of loving soulfully, and there's no other way I would want to love but soulfully. So what a gift to be given. Namaste.